And out of the county jail is one thing, but your very first prison bid can be kind of tricky. Are you or somebody you know facing your very first bid inside a prison? If so, you're going to want to watch this video. Stay tuned and enjoy this real spill. Let's get it.
Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with a lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today I'm doing a video for people who've never been to prison before that may be expecting to go up the road for their first bid. Now, before I get into this video, I'm going to let y'all know why I wanted to do this video and why I finally decided to make one like this. For those that don't know, I've been dropping this prison content for a while now. And I get so many messages on so many different platforms. I even have people send me Cash Apps and PayPals asking me for advice because they're about to go to prison. Alright? Believe it or not, a lot of people, if you look up the statistic levels, a lot of people do find themselves getting incarcerated. And it doesn't matter if you've been to prison 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. That very first time is going to be the most trickiest, okay? And I can't always respond to everybody, you know, even though I've tried throughout the years. I've broke it down and actually took my time to tell everybody who was facing time after they told me their situation and what to expect. I took my time to explain it to everybody, but I will still never have enough time to answer everybody. So I figured I'm going to put a video together to where anybody who's facing time can pay attention and hopefully learn from this video. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it and see how it goes. Now, if you're somebody that's facing time at your very first prison bid, say you're sentenced and you just gotta wait to turn yourself in or whatever the case may be, if you know for a fact you were going to prison, the first thing that I want to tell you is do not overthink it. Alright? This plays a very big part, and I know this due to the fact that I did the same thing. Everybody does that because you don't know what to expect, so you can't help but to dwell on it and sit here and think, is it like this? What am I going to do? What's it going to be like? Where are they going to send me? Don't even think about it that much, because 9 times out of 10, whatever you are thinking in your head, even off of all the stories and everything that you've heard and all the advice and information you've got from others, 9 times out of 10, all that shit you heard isn't going to take place, okay? Everybody's bid is totally different. You see what I'm saying? Don't think too much on it. Just go in there with your chin up and see how it goes. You understand? If you think people are going to rob you, rape you, beat you up, take your stuff, extort you, you know, then it's kind of like your words and your thoughts are your fruit. You're going to go in there expecting that. Your mind's going to be on that, and who knows? It might come your way. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times when you're facing time, you can't help but to think about it. You know, I understand. I've been there. I literally have. Before I caught my 5 years in prison, I thought about prison. The whole time I was in the county jail, I was thinking, asking everybody, wondering what it was like. We'd be playing cards, and I'm asking them, oh, so what it was like when you was on the road? Oh, you been on the road before? You know, just taking little bits of advice. And through it all, out of all that information that I, you know, consumed and took in from everybody, I'd say out of 100%, only like 5% of it was legit. You get what I'm saying? So that shows, you know, everybody's bid is going to be totally different. You understand? You can't sit here and wonder what it's going to be like once you get there, you know? It's okay to think about it a little bit, but don't focus on that, you know? It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? Wherever you land, whatever's going to happen and everything, God's already got planned for you. You get what I'm saying? So there's no way to go against the grain or want to expect it. You feel me? That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where people mess up the very first time. Okay? Out of I'd say all the people that wrote me explaining their situation throughout the years, their very first prison bid and breaking it down, they could not help but to wonder what it's going to be like. And I understand that. You know, like I said, I truly feel where y'all are coming from because I've been there before. I did the same thing. That's why I'm trying to tell people don't focus so much on that, okay? Another thing, soon as you get there, soon as you get to prison, first thing you want to do is observe. Pay attention to your surroundings, okay? You know, everybody goes in there, you know, and wants to buddy people, wants to be friendly to everybody, and they feel like as long as they got somebody, they're not in it on their own. You know, they want to try to make themselves a part of a circle and shit like that, which, you know, it may work occasionally, you understand? But to be real with you, a lot of people take advantage of people who are like that because they look at you and they consider you as friendly. You feel me? And they look at you like you're sweet. You feel me? And when I say sweet, I don't mean like on no sissy shit. I mean sweet like is where it's easy to get over on you. It's easy to take what you have, talk you out of your things. All they got to do is play like they're your friend and you'll break bread. You see? So you don't want to go in there with no attitude towards people who are trying to be friendly because that can lead to drama. But at the same time, don't just go in there and try to jump head first and hang out with people. You know what I'm saying? Respect goes a long way. And people that are like gutter and people that are like, you know, violent as far as like gang members, people that carry knives and stuff, respect somebody who is non-friendly more than they do someone that is friendly. You understand? So you may get accepted right there at that moment by being friendly with these people, but these same people right here are in the same boat as you. They just want somebody to seem cool around because they think as long as there's 8 of us hanging out all the time, we ain't got nothing to worry about. Until people come in there and want to put down, and out of them 8, fucking 5 of them are scared. The other 3 will stand up for themselves, but since the other 5 won't back them, they're outnumbered, and now they're scared and they're breaking bread, being extorted and stuff. You see what I'm saying? So don't go in there hoping to find friends or looking for friends thinking that your bid is going to get better like that. Because it ain't. It might in the beginning, but it'll hurt you in the long run. Because a lot of people that are observing when you come in are looking at you like you're vulnerable. They're peeping your weaknesses. Man, this guy just got here. He just walked in. He ain't been here 2 hours. He's already walking back and forth from this guy's cell to this guy's cell, hanging out. They're eating together. They're walking around. You know, people observe that. Just like you're supposed to take the time when you first go in there to observe, the people who are already there are taken to observing you when you come in. You see what I'm saying? What I did, and this was my strategy, okay? This is how I used to do it when I first land at a new camp or when I first got to prison. First thing I do is I worry about myself, all right? Which that's mandatory. You should be doing that anyways. And when I say myself, I mean I'm solely focused on my own missions. What I have to do, where I got to be at, how I get my money, what I have to go get, you know, things like that. I ain't got time to meet people. And if people are like, try to be cool with me, you feel me? You know, I'll keep it short and simple with them and keep it moving. You know, there's been times where I was in a dorm for damn near 2 weeks and never even talked to nobody. Nobody even said shit to me. You know, now after a while, because you didn't give them any type of like portrait or illustration of yourself by opening up and being friendly with everybody, they're trying to figure you out now because you didn't already display your hand. So now people start coming around and trying to talk to you and everything because they want to feel you out. They want to see how you are. You get what I'm saying? They don't know if you're dangerous or not if you're not speaking to nobody. Once you start being friendly and hanging out with everybody, you may be dangerous, but since you're so friendly with everybody, you might put off the wrong image of yourself. You feel me? And they might take you as if you're not dangerous. And then next thing you know, they might be laying on you, waiting for you to hit canteen and decide to rob you and steal your shit. You know? So I ain't going there looking for no friends. Even if I knew people that were already in that dorm by the time I got there, like from a different dorm or from another camp or whatever it is, you know, I'm not going to go out of my way to be like, oh, I know him, let me go over here and hang out with him. No, I still did my own thing. You see what I'm saying? And it made people respect me. You know what I'm saying? Just due to the fact that that white boy right there minds his business, stays to himself. He don't fuck with nobody. You know, he just does his thing. You feel me? Now, I didn't walk around with my head down and my tail tucked in or nothing like that either. You know what I'm saying? I just carried myself normal. You feel me? Did business, did what I needed to do, different places, walked around, worried about myself. I spent the time to observe everybody and everything around me before I decided to be, you know, who I am all together. You feel me? If you're someone that likes to get money, likes to have a lot of canteen and a lot of valuable shit at once, you'd be a fool to walk into a dorm and just display it all off rip. You know what I'm saying? You got to peep and observe. And just by you sitting back and watching, you're going to know who lives in what cell, who sleeps in what bunk, because you're going to see where people go, who hangs out with who. You'll peep little handshakes. You'll know what gang's what. You'll see tattoos on certain people, so you'll know he's affiliated with that organization. You're going to learn all this just by watching, okay? And believe it or not, when I first got to prison and throughout my bid, every time I went somewhere different, I always had a book. You know what I'm saying? Which were the Robert Greene books, like 48 Laws of Power, Art of Seduction, 33 Strategies of War, you know, shit like that. And I would literally pull the book out and lay down, and I'd be sitting there, you know, first week, this is my reading time. Really, I'm getting a feel of the dorm. Even if I'm not watching everything, you got ears. You get what I'm saying? You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. You're supposed to listen 2 times as much as you speak. You get what I'm saying? So I'd be laying there holding my book, reading the book. I hear everything that's going on. I hear people calling people's names, so I know whose name's who and shit. You know, you're going to learn these things. You feel me? Me having that book was just a diversion. You feel me? That was just so that way it looked like I wasn't paying attention to what was really going on. But I want to get a feel of my dorm. I want to know if they try to extort, if they rob, if people mess with faggots. I want to know what it is. I want to learn all this about my dorm. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it's going to be hidden if you go in there off rip being friendly. So I feel like as soon as you get there, you shouldn't be friendly. But don't be disrespectful. Like I said, if someone comes at you trying to be friendly, don't be like, oh, Brian, friendly, bro. Keep it moving. Because then you never know who you're trying. You feel me? You never know what that can lead to. You know, you just, in a respectful manner. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, it's respect until it's disrespect. That's what you should do. You understand? And you'll find yourself observing the dorms and learning more about it before everybody even knows you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like that plays a major key. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that I recommend you do while you were inside of prison, in order to make the time go by, in order to stay out of a lot of things, you're going to actually make it to where you're not around a lot of situations, because more than one situation happen a day inside of prison. Okay, believe it or not, it isn't like, oh yeah, there was a fight today. No, there's several fights, stabbings, you know, people jumping people, robbing them for canteen. You know, there's all types of different shit that go on every single day inside of prison. So for someone who's first time in prison, you're going to want to learn as much as you can about prison, okay? Like, for instance, down here in Florida, when people got their name tag on there, you could tell by the digits if they've been there once, twice, 3 times, you know, different shit like that. A lot of people hide their name tag inside of Florida prison, okay? You're supposed to rock it on your shirt so that way when the guards see you, they know your name and everything. A lot of people actually put it on backwards so you see the back of the card instead of the front, you know? So you don't really know if that person's been to prison once or twice, because there's usually a 0 if it's your first time in Florida. You know what I'm saying? And then the second time, you'll have an A letter. And then third, a B letter, you know, and it goes up. C, D, E, F, G, H, you know. So there could be somebody that's never even been to prison before that has his ID facing this way, carrying himself like he done did 3, 4 bids, and people don't know this is his first bid. You see what I'm saying? They're putting on that persona as if they've been on this chain gang shit. And really all it is they've been to a couple institutions. The first camp somebody goes to, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be hush-mouthed because they're trying to stay out of everything and they don't know what to expect. But then when they go to another camp, they're going to kind of feel their self. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I've been doing this prison shit, and start making up stories and carrying their self different. about how they were at their last camp. You see what I'm saying? Now they feel like they got a little bit of time under their belt. You see what I'm saying? So they try to like put down and act different. You feel me? But in order to stay out of things, I truly recommend find you something to do, all right? Like whether it's a job, they're going to give you a job regardless. You know what I'm saying? It might not be the job you want, or education. You see what I'm saying? You pick one of these two things. Like they might put you in the kitchen. You might not want to work in the kitchen. You know, a lot of people don't like the kitchen. Some people do like the kitchen. It's all on how you do your time. But I'll tell you one thing. Say you didn't like the kitchen and they gave you the kitchen as your job. The more time you spend in the kitchen, the less time you're spent in the dorm. The less you're around the bullshit and problems and drama and beef that happens in the dorm every single day. You see, so try to like whatever it is they give you as your job title, whether it's education, you know, and if you don't want to work, sign up for GED, you know, get put in education. You see what I'm saying? But regardless, by you signing up for these things, because a lot of people try to avoid this. A lot of people try to stay in the dorm as much as they can and be as lazy as possible. Kind of like in the county jail, how you can lay down all day, hang out in the dorm, sleep all day, do whatever you want to do. It's the opposite in prison. In prison, there isn't no sleeping in the dorm all day. They're waking you up. You're going to the job. You're going to, you know, school. You're going to go work outside the gate, whatever it is. Or if you got a hold on you to where you can't go outside the gate so you can't work down your custody, you're going to work inside the compound, like the kitchen and shit like that. So a lot of people want to just lay down and do their time like you would in the county jail. Prison, it's the opposite. So a lot of people try to like find ways to where they can stay in the dorm. You know what I'm saying? Like being a houseman. If you're a houseman, that means your job is to literally sweep and mop, you know, the dorm, the dorm itself. So you ain't got to go to school, obviously, you know, and you ain't got to go no work nowhere or nothing because you're in the dorm. You feel me? That's how it is. They usually have a couple housemen that's their job title of the dorm. You feel me? And then when they call mandatory rec, where everybody must go to rec, the housemen are the only ones that actually don't have to go when it's mandatory because they clean the dorm. You feel me? So they can literally be saying they ain't going to rec because they're cleaning the dorm. You feel me? But if you work in the kitchen and you try to book and not go, boom, 60 days in confinement for refusing to work. You see, same thing with education. Refuse to go, 60 days. You feel me? Because that's your job assignment. But a lot of people try to get out of this shit. They try to get out of their job, try to get out of their duties, you know, just to stay in the dorm. But in all reality, that's where a lot of bullshit takes place. You understand? Literally, I can't tell you how many times me and my dogs were looking for some people, you know, because we were finna get them off the compound, like different beefs and shit we were going through. And it literally made us have to wait. And we were like postponed due to the fact that, oh, he's at work or he's at school, you know, because them are like 6 to 8 to 10 hour shifts, you know. So it's like, that's less time you have around people that are with the bullshit. You feel me? Everybody will work all day. There'll be a handful of people in the dorm still, but everybody will work all day. And then next thing you know, at nighttime, when everybody's off working back, all the drama takes place. You see what I'm saying? So it just shows the more your ass is at work, the more you're occupied, and the less you are where everybody is, the less drama you have to worry about. You get what I'm saying? And me, I hated the kitchen. You know, and I told this before in videos, I got put in the kitchen 2 times. I worked a total of 10 days in the kitchen. 5 days at one camp, got put in confinement for a phone. 5 days at another camp, got put in confinement for a phone. Literally, that's like, I only did 10 days working in the kitchen. You see what I'm saying? And it sucked. It did. It literally felt like I was a slave, you know? But at the same time, every time I'd come back to the dorm in them 5 days, I'd hear about things that went down like a big old soap opera. Drama, bro, you won't believe, bro, such and such got stabbed by this, for real, hell yeah, bro, the police just shook down the dorm and this. Like, it was always something, you know. You got to take advantage of that. Keep yourself busy, you feel me? If they give you 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, whatever it is, what you need to do is you got to think about the less my hands are free and I have nothing to do, the more time that I'm going to put myself in jeopardy to get in the shit. You get what I'm saying? Take advantage of these type of things as far as working, because it's going to teach you some responsibilities and you're going to learn shit as you're doing that. Education. You could get free education while you're in there. Trades. You get your GED, you could get trades for free. You know, pile up on them. It's only 12.5 college credits each one. But, you know, you fuck around, you knock a bunch of them out. When you come home, look how many college credits you got. You see, you got to do things like this to make your time go by. All right? And I know, like I said, when it's your first time, your mind's going like this. You don't know what to expect. You want to ask everybody, what's it going to be like? Man, I don't know what to think. And because of the shit you see on TV, the things you hear about. You feel me? I feel like it's hard for me to actually see something that is true. You know, when I see movies and I see TV shows and I see different videos and stuff, a lot of that shit be cap. You know, a lot of it isn't what you're really gonna see, what you're really gonna go through. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, don't go off of that. You feel me? Just go in there and be like, man, it is what it is. Learn while you were in there. Whether you learn responsibilities, you learn patience, you learn, you know, to have self-respect, you learn how to respect others. Take that time to learn, and before you know it, that time is going to fly like this. Because you're going to learn what it's like to not have anything, and you're going to learn how something so small can be so valuable while you're in there regardless. You see what I'm saying? And when you got people that come up to you that want to be friendly with you and shit, just remember, there is a reason behind everything. So if somebody's coming up to you trying to be friends with you, or someone cuts you in line trying you, or someone tries to disrespect you, cutting you in the canteen line, or however they want to do it, that came from somewhere. Which means somebody might be trying to test you to see how you react. And it might not even be the person that did that. It might be one of their friends that, or somebody that they're scared of that told them, hey, see bro right there? Yeah, go over there and cut him in the canteen line. I want to see how he acts. You know, like little petty ass shit like that. You got people that are trying you and trying to figure you out, throwing little things on every corner while you were in there. You just gotta know that. You gotta understand it. Try to observe. Because the sooner you learn this shit, the easier it's gonna be for you to see it when it's coming. Literally, think about it. If you go inside a prison and you're new, never been there before, and you fall back, like I said, and you mind your business, and you just observe, and you peep everything and you learn, you're going to see people throwing little bullshit tactics at other people. You're going to see them trying them to see how they act and different shit. So now when it comes to time, when it comes to you, you're going to know someone's trying you. You're going to know this shit came from somewhere. Nothing is by mistake. Everything has a reason behind it when shit goes down inside a prison. You get what I'm saying? So the quicker you learn to expect these things, the better you'll handle yourself when a situation comes. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if a gang comes at you and they want you to get down to be a gang member and all this shit, you got to look at it. Why? Why do they want me to be a part of their gang? They don't know me. I ain't spoke to nobody. They never see me hurt nobody. They never see me get involved in a situation or nothing, but all of a sudden they're coming at me and they want me to get down with their gang. Like that right there should just be a light bulb. Bing. That obviously they want to either use you for a crash dummy, make you do dumbass missions, take the fall for them, be a fall man, or they want to, you know, make you break bread and be a jun, a jizzle, which means they're going to try to extort you, they're going to try to play like they're your friends, and really they're just trying to get you up under their wings so they can get what you have. You feel me? And that's where a lot of people mess up, because they think, oh, these are my friends. You feel me? And they don't really notice that, you know, they're really only in it for what you got to offer. You see? That's how I was able to notice the difference between who my dogs truly were and who wasn't. Because everybody was cool with Frog when they'd see me and shit like that. You feel me? I get myself in situations and people that I never even, like, broke bread with or ate with or anything like that would rise and be like, man, you got my dog Frog fucked up. So that's like, that's how I know, oh, them boys fought with me for real, because they never got anything out of me to want to defend me. You know, that's how I know they were just fucking with me in general. They were my dogs, you see? But a lot of people get that misconfused, you see? And then you think a lot of people like you. But in all reality, they're not trying you like they want to, all because it looks like you're up under that gang, the people you think's your friends. You see? So the other gangs play cool with you, but in all reality, you don't know if they're just doing that because they feel like the other people are extorting you. You see? And they don't want to step on their toes, because then now if they mess up what they got going on, that's two gangs going to war. You see? So you got to just like make sure you got your guards up at all times. You know what I'm saying? Literally. You know the saying where they say, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's exactly how it is. You know what I'm saying? Because You don't want to go in there and take shit for granted. If you land at a sweet camp and it isn't violent and there isn't stabbings and there isn't people beating people up and extorting people every day, then, you know, enjoy it while it lasts, because not every institution is like that. But don't let that trigger in your mind that prison's sweet. You understand? Don't trigger them, oh man, this shit ain't nothing, bro, because you can always get transferred to a jungle. Somewhere along the line, somewhere else, it is the opposite of that. You feel me? Same as if you go somewhere and it's a jungle, you know? Don't lock it in your mind like, bro, this shit's treacherous, bro. Like, this shit, bro, you know? And don't be no scaredy cat or nothing like that. You feel me? Try to, like, hold your water, you know? Try to stand up for yourself. Just mind your business, you know? Good and bad will come regardless, you feel me? But don't think prison's always like that, because there's other camps that are sweet. There's other camps where there is no drama, there is no shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Whether you did the crime or not and you're facing the time's got to be done. That's how you got to look at it. You see what I'm saying? And you getting sent to prison might feel like the worst thing ever. Like it can't get no worse than that. And trust me, it can. There is always somebody that is going through something worse than you. There's always something that is worse than the situation that is in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're like, man, they just gave me 24 months. I don't know what to do. I never been to prison. You know, I don't know what to expect. I don't know what it's going to be like. Find out when you get there. You get what I'm saying? Don't dwell on the time that you have out here thinking about prison. You get what I'm saying? Enjoy your freedom until it's time to go. I know it's easier said than done. You know, when you got to turn yourself in, that's a nervous ass feeling. You know, but regardless, just like anything can happen in prison, anything can happen on the streets. And you made it this far in your life, right? On the streets. Correct? It's going to be the same thing inside of prison. You feel me? Regardless, whatever's going to happen, whatever's meant to happen is going to happen. So take the two and just understand that. You feel me? Don't go off of what somebody says. You could take their opinion and their advice, but don't lock it in thinking, oh, that's exactly how my bid's going to go, because that's false. You could do certain little tactics, you know what I'm saying? Mind your business, you know, shit like that, but at the end of the day, everybody's bid is different, you know? If you're somebody that gets money, or you got a good, you know, support system, you got somebody on the streets that's a backbone, that, you know, if you need bread, you know they're going to shoot it, keep that to yourself. Don't ever let nobody know. You know, yeah, they'll see you got money coming in and you getting canteen and different shit like that. It's not hard to observe and see that. But don't tell nobody, oh yeah, I got such and such on the street. Oh, my two female, oh, my wife, and then my side piece. You know, boom, they going to shoot it regardless. Like, once you go to bragging, even though the person you're not talking to is going to observe that. They're going to hear that. You feel me? Or even though you don't think you're bragging, by you bragging to this individual, he might go tell somebody else, not knowing that it's something, you know, bad to put out there. And then you're going to have people on you like hyenas. People that are going to have you on their radar that you don't even know. They're just waiting for the right time to hit. Which means, yeah, you might get $15 here, $15 here, $15 there. Nobody does nothing. You feel me? Nobody takes your shit. You done been there 6-7 months. Everybody plays cool with you, this and that. But you don't know, they all know how you get your money, who you're getting it from, because you told somebody. Or you've been bragging about it. Next thing you know, you get 50 or better, they run down on you with a knife. You know what time it is. Damn, bro, what you mean? Man, I don't want to rap. Fuck, nigga, get that shit up. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then now you look shocked. You wasn't prepared for this. You thought shit was sweet. But really, they were just waiting till you had enough to where it was kind of worth doing it. $15 wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Because $15 is $15 inside of prison. It goes a long way. But at the same time, if I'm robbing you for $15 and you decide to put up a struggle, you know I'm going to stab. So you put up a struggle and I stab you over this $15, get caught, you tell, because you know who I am. You know, different things like that. I'll be put in confinement, get transferred, all this. Do so much time in confinement and shit for $15. So it's really not worth it. But 50, people will take that. People will literally be like, shit, I'll go to confinement about that $50. You see? So it's like, you gotta know, man, what you're dealing with. You gotta understand. Everybody is not your friend. You gotta understand. People say shit and try to play cool just to get what you got. You know, there's people in there that ain't got nothing coming, or might look like they have a lot, and what they have may be shit that they took from other people throughout their whole bid. So you gotta be ready and prepare for this stuff. You get what I'm saying? And when you're new, you don't understand this. You think a regular, simple conversation, talking to people about things you've had and things you've seen on the streets is normal. In all reality, that shit's being jotted down in their mind, and they're getting to know you. They're getting to figure you out even more and more. You see what I'm saying? Like, straight up, the littlest conversation opens up a door to where that person gets to know you. You see? Literally. If you talk about hoes to somebody, you know, they get to know your character by your hand signs, your movements when you're speaking, how you are. People like to observe and figure people out and try to take advantage of them later on down the line. So when it's your first bid, your best bet is to try to learn everything you can at your very first camp. Of course, I don't know how it is in other states, but down here in the state of Florida, you go to reception centers first. You are not going to be able to learn everything about prison at the reception center, obviously. You know what I'm saying? That's just where you go until, you know, they find a bed to where you're going, and then they break everybody down in buses and ship them where they go. You feel me? But you'll get a little feel of what things are called inside of prison, you know, like canteen, rec, you know, little things, and chow hall, the laundry. Like, you'll learn little bit of prison slang just by going through reception centers, and you get a little feel of it. But even the reception center is not going to prepare you for what to expect at an institution. You get what I'm saying? That's a reception center. You're going to be getting sent to an institution or a penitentiary, you see? So it's going to be totally different. And a lot of people, when they go to prison, you know, they usually got their tail tucked and they're all nervous and shit, and they be at the reception center, but then they see the reception center ain't that bad. And then that's when they start feeling themselves, and they feel like, oh, this shit's sweet. And then they get transferred somewhere, and they think that shit's sweet because they got it locked in their mind. This is what prison's like, because where they just were. And then that's when it hits like a ton of bricks. Bow! And they realize, oh, this shit ain't nothing like the reception center. You see what I'm saying? So at the reception center, you got to take time to just prepare yourself for what you're really going to see. You know, and I've told this in videos plenty of times. At the main camps, if you want to order a lock, like a master lock that goes on your lock, you order it, and the next thing you know, they give you the receipt, and then they call you up to property in a couple weeks to pick that lock up. You got to give them the receipt. So you think about it. If you want a canteen and you didn't have a lock, people look at you like a sweet lick, like it's easy to just go in his shit. Wait till you go in the shower and they go in there and take your shit, you know, rob you. So if you're someone that's going to prison for the first time in Florida, my advice is whatever reception center you land at, buy a lock. Okay? A lot of people learn this the hard way by not getting one at their reception center. At the reception center, you can walk up to the window and purchase it and get it right then and there. You feel me? And that kind of like is something that I always kept in my mind as a golden key. You feel me? Because you'll have less problems come your way if you have a lock. You might not have no canteen or nothing yet, but you'll find a way to buy a lock. There's ways to do it. You understand? Like, if you get your first money dropped, because everybody's begging for money from their peoples. They can't wait for the money to drop as soon as they get into prison. But they all just run straight to grabbing food, hygiene, and everything like that. Which, yeah, that's cool. But my honest opinion is buy a lock, hygiene, and a little bit of food. That's what you should get first, because that lock is going with you wherever you go. See what I'm saying? So why would you go to a new institution, a new dorm, around new people, a new quad, a new cell block, big old hefty bag walking in like Santa Claus during the holidays, no lock to put on your shit. People don't know you when you come in. They want to rob. You're a sweet lick. You don't have a lock for your locker. You see what I'm saying? And that right there leads to a lot of people's first encounter, first problem. And then that first encounter is going to jeopardize all the good times that you could have. And that right there is going to straight up put it out there. what type of inmate you are going to be and how your bid is going to go. Because as soon as you get to prison and somebody has the chance to take your shit because you don't have a lock, they're going to. And now you don't do nothing about it. Everybody's flaming hot Cheetos and ramen noodles and shebangs and cheese squeezes all look the same. So it ain't like you could tell these three people got your shit when everybody's bags of chips and everybody's shit looks identical. You know, a lot of people would like put a little cut in their bag in the corner of the bag of the chip, you know, like the tip top, you know, just all their items and shit so they can identify it's theirs. But you know how many people do that? Or said they are gonna do that? Like, man, people ain't got time to cut fucking 60 items, you know what I'm saying? So you will never get it back. You will never know who took the shit. You're new. You're brand new. You might find out later on down the line when some people start being friendly with you who actually took your shit. But that's going to, like, bring your character out off rip. You know what I'm saying? Because your shit got taken because you didn't have a lock. And now it's like, what are you going to do about it? And then say you did stand up. Like, hey, man, check this out, man. Attention in the dorm, bro. Whoever took my shit, bro. Blah, blah, blah. I want to head up with you. Shit ain't sweet. I'm calling you out. Blah, 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 blah. Some people will fight you. Some people won't. They might just sit back in the cut and just watch how you react and let other people want to fight you now because you base checked, which means you called out everybody in the whole quad by saying, man, check this shit out, man. Da, 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 da. And then you caused the scene. So whoever's got phones or dope or weapons or contraband inside the dorm might want beef with you now just because by you causing a scene got the police's attention, or you're causing attention and getting heat brought towards the dorm, and then they might get what they have considered contraband knocked off. So now you're going to get in a fight with somebody that ain't even got nothing to do with your shit being taken just because you try to stick up for your shit that was took. All that can be avoided if you get you a lock as soon as you get to the reception center. You see what I'm saying? Like, not saying someone's not going to try you when you get somewhere because you have a lock, but you ain't got to worry about nobody stealing your shit or trying you that quick because you have a lock. You see what I'm saying? Literally, a lot of people don't, you know, think about that. They don't. They want to look like they get money compared to the ones that don't. That's how they do it. You feel me? If you land at an institution, a reception center, and say there's 1,000 inmates, and out of them 1,000 inmates, there's 200 of them that don't have money. So you want to make sure you're not one of them 200 that don't have money. So then you hit canteen thinking shit's sweet, but really don't know out of the 800 people, there's goons, there's robbers, there's people that got 40 years, 50 years. You feel me? Out of them 200, there's probably 50 of them that don't want to bring money because they know they're going to get robbed. And it isn't always the ones without money you got to worry about robbing. It's ones that have money also that rob. You feel me? That's how it goes. You see what I'm saying? So getting a lock is a big key. Is one of the big things if you're down here in the state of Florida. You see what I'm saying? That right there is something I feel like you can't go wrong with doing. You feel me? And like I said, if it's your first bid, you're going to hear 101 different things. Just sit back and observe. Pay attention. Read the canteen list so nobody can get over on you. Because, you know, people try to take advantage of you when you first come in. You're considered the new cop. You feel me? So it's like, if you don't know how much a honey bun is, you know, someone might try to charge you $5 for a honey bun. And then you look on the canteen, that bitch ain't nothing but like $1.39 or $1.69 or something like that. So you're like, damn, this dude got out. And then in all reality, you can't do shit but respect the game because you didn't know better. If you know better, you'll do better. You feel me? That's my advice for somebody who's facing time. Do not waste your freedom time right now thinking about it. Whatever's going to happen is already planned. It's already going to happen. God already has your bunk made for you and everything. That's how it is. He don't do things to you. He does things for you. So if he brings you to it, he's going to bring you through it, bro. That's just the only way you can look at it. You know what I'm saying? And be respectful until there's disrespect. You know, observe as much as you can. Don't hang out with just anybody. Don't be so quick to be friendly and make friends. And protect yourself at all situations. And don't fall for no okie dokes because a lot of people will put the bait out there trying to see if you bite. And then next thing you know, you find yourself in situations. Focus on yourself and get as much education and as much time outside of the dorm that you can. You feel me? And 9 times out of 10, you won't have that bad of an experience. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, most of the bad experiences you go through are going to be from situations that you placed yourself into. Think of it that way. If you wasn't gambling or hanging out with these people or wasn't, trading, or if you wasn't arguing, you wouldn't be going through whatever you're going through. Just think about that. Anytime a situation happens and you find yourself after the fight or find yourself gotten to carry a knife, it's either stab or be stabbed. Think about it. Damn, if I didn't play the pieces to put me in this position, we wouldn't even be going through this in the first place. That's all I got for y'all. And like I said, this video is for all the people that's messaged me throughout the years, want me to give them advice on their very first time in prison because they are facing time. If you're somebody that wrote me just recently, then this video is for you as well. Because like I said, I get hundreds of messages, been getting them for the years. And I try to respond as much as possible. But then I'm like, you know what? Let's put this shit together and try to help all the new people that are facing time in one video. Feel me? But anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. This one's longer than normally, but you know how it is. I got to break it down and let everybody know. My videos are to help people. My videos are for the viewers, okay? Kfrogtv is for the viewers, all right? Believe it or not. KFROG Gaming is for me. That's my peace and quiet. That's my time to hang out, have fun, and enjoy it. I still do these videos for people watching, okay? Literally. I still do Kfrogtv for y'all, all right? Literally, this isn't just my channel. This is our channel. All right? But anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all watching. Like I always say, y'all make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, all them out your circle, man. Till next time, do what you got to do. Stay in your own lane, and everything will be okay. You feel me? That's it. Appreciate y'all. You already know I am my team, Frog.